Hey there, and good morning from Mühlhausen in Germany. Belen is behind the camera for a change, and we are here to start off a very special project of ours, which we call the Factory Tour. You see, we've been working with a couple of partners in the bicycle space for about a year now, and they all happen to be based in Germany. So we're kicking off a project where we're visiting some of these partners and their factories and manufacturing hubs, offices, etc. And the first one we're starting with is Universal Transmissions, which is the European distributor for Gates Carbon Drive in the US. The company that makes our belts and sprockets, and that might just revolutionize the entire bicycle industry. So we're gonna spend the day with them, see their growth, because they are growing fast, see the story behind them and the people that work for them. So let's take a look, shall we? So Martin, nice to finally meet you here in Mühlhausen at Universal Transmissions.
Nice that you are here.
Yeah, can you introduce yourself and just tell our viewers who you are, what you do, and why you are here at Universal Transmissions?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I'm Martin. I work for Universal Transmissions since 5 years now. I was working in the bicycle industry before. And it's really nice to work here. I'm a sales engineer here in the team, and helping OEs spec the correct belt parts for their bikes.
Yeah, I assume you cycle in the area and that you use the belt drive yourself?
Of course, yeah. All my bikes are belted. I use a cargo bike with a belt nearly every day for transporting my kids. My wife is also using it, and it's perfect for daily use. I think you have also the experience with it now.
Yeah, in fact, we just came back from a 2-month trip in Kyrgyzstan, and we've been using the belts now for about 8 months, and we remain to be very impressed with the low maintenance and just how strong it is, how quiet it is. It's been a big change for us, actually, coming from the chain to the belt. But just to talk a little bit about the creation of the belt, because it's not a very conventional item. Not many people around the world know about this yet. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a bit about the story of Gates and Universal Transmission, this fusion that happened 15 years ago, if I'm correct? Yeah. And what it has done for the bike industry as a whole?
Yeah. Okay. Universal Transmissions, you can say it's the European distribution partner for Gates Carbon Drive. Since day one, we are celebrating 15 years Gates Carbon Drive this year, and Universal Transmissions is selling the complete portfolio for the European bicycle companies. We are started here in this location for around 10 years ago. Karl-Heinz Nicolai was the founder of Universal Transmissions. And the development of the company is quite immense. The last years were going crazy.
I imagine since COVID it's been quite
also
a ramp.
Also before COVID, because when you see the last 10 years, we started as a small company in a garage. And the growth was very strong, and COVID, of course, was one big issue. But mostly, COVID was also a really strange time for the company. Yeah. But we made it through, and it was, we are looking in a really bright future. Yeah, so we are here right behind our office. This is our first place where everything started. This is the garage where Schneidi started all this business. And it was just a small warehouse office combination. Like most of everything started here.
So there's a little bit Silicon Valley.
A little bit, of course. Everything good started out of a small garage.
Yeah. Wow, that's epic. Can we actually take a look inside?
Of course. Yeah. Let's go inside. Yeah, so Tristan, when we go here inside, you see, yeah, like the old facilities from Universal Transmissions. Yeah, this is the old, let's say, office, warehouse combination where everything started. Here you see the old marks where the sprockets were stored, and this was the, let's say, the office from Frank Schneider where everything started.
Yeah.
You see his old motorcycle. He go down from the Zugspitze. Yeah, Frank Schneidi did so many crazy stuffs back then and also today. Yeah,
He's like the father of crazy bike concepts.
Of course,
in Germany, I guess.
Yeah,
down the Zugspitze.
Down the Zugspitze.
In the snow?
I think so. There was already a bit snow, but yeah, Schneidi did a lot of crazy stuff. And when you see this 6 years ago, this was the all we had. And let's say now I can show you the evolution of Universal Transmissions.
Yeah, it's really impressive to start just from this and move up so fast, only 6 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the plans are quite big. So we nearly double our capacity, mostly for the logistic parts, and also we plan to build up components here. So we assemble the components for cranksets.
Yeah.
And of course, Gates, the manufacturing situation is changing a lot in the last 2 years. The production will come back to Europe. The belts are already produced in Europe, and also the sprockets will be produced in Gates factories around Europe in the near future.
Yeah. How many bike brands do you work with at the moment?
Yeah, we already, when you look back, we started with just a handful of brands, and at the moment you can say we are around 1,000 brands, European-wide, have belted bikes in their portfolio. Yeah, really crazy.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what is so convincing about the belt drive for most of these companies that are, I assume, switching from a chain setup to a setup with a belt?
Yeah. For a lot of companies, it's not so easy to implement the belt or at first step, because you can't use a normal frame. You can't convert a chained bike easy to a belted bike. You have to do little things, special things to the frame, to have a frame opening, to have the possibility to tension the belt, maybe a slidable dropout or anything. So it's not so easy, but a lot of companies going this way because the customer wants a belted bike. It's much easier for the end customer to have a belted bike than a compared a chained bike.
Mm-hmm.
And also, to be honest, the bicycle industry follows trends, and we can say, okay, we are kind of a trendsetter. Belted bikes looks very special. They look future, like a future bike. And the system works perfectly. When you have a belted bike, the bikes are lasting nearly forever.
Yeah. Do you think the belt will eventually take over chains, or do you think chains will keep on existing for a long time to come?
There are always a chain, or of course a derailleur bike in a very sportive way will always have their existing. They will always be existing. But a lot of bikes, of course, geared bikes. If you have a geared hub or like you have the pinion gears, a belt is a perfect combination. You don't have to maintenance it. You just have to clean it, and everything is fine. So I think in the next years, the numbers of belted bikes will grow immense.
Yeah. Well, we'll certainly be some of the people to keep on pushing the belt drive and the popularity of it, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, we've enjoyed it very much to use the belts on our bike. And just the fact of not having a derailleur, not having to deal with any, grease, oily fingers.
Yeah. And you can go through through water without thinking
Yeah.
about the drivetrain.
The river crossings in Kyrgyzstan and, you know, all the dust, just any weather circumstance at all, like it's not a problem for this type of drivetrain. So Robert, nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you too.
You took us to the workshop now, but before we talk about that, maybe you want to give a quick introduction about
Yeah.
your previous travels. Have a bit of a
Yeah.
travel history.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a travel history. I traveled with my mates like 4 or 5 years through Europe and the whole world, to New Zealand, Thailand, a few other spots in Asia, and yeah. Before I was working as a CAD or draw and 3D simulate tools in Austria, and then I quit my job to start traveling, to have more than 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that I did it and get all the experience and met so much nice people about the whole planet, and met a lot of new really good friends. And then through bike riding for Nikolai, and also I know Frank from UT, from racing, and also like the background, because all the riders in this area know each other, because there are just a few mountain bike or downhill riders. And after the traveling thing, I have to go back home and settle down a little bit. And then it happens that I start working here, and we come along. And yeah, since 2.5 years or nearly 3 years, I'm working for UT. Start in the service department, and now I take care about testing and OEM customer support.
Yeah. So the sound that we're hearing now is actually a testing rig.
Yeah, that's our
spinning the belt.
Yeah, that's our test rig, where we can simulate like lifetimes of a belt, or simulate high torques and different tensions and wrong belt lines, to simulate what happened in the field and get a feeling for it, and also test new products what are in the pipeline for the next coming years.
Right. And what happens here in this part of the workshop?
This is our normal workshop, where we fix our test bike, build up test bikes, take care of our own bikes after work, and have a good time also in the workshop, and try to have all the time perfect running bikes, and take care of all our bikes, and also for our colleagues that they don't have to use the car so often.
Right. And on the other side of the workshop you have this contraption. What is this?
This is our stiffness test. This was developed in the past to get a feeling for the right stiffness of the frame, especially combined with roll-off hubs in the past, because roll-off has small rear sprockets, like 19 to 22 teeth, and if the frame is too weak and you put all the energy from the rider, the load in, you have this deflection and this drive direction, also in this direction, in the x-axis. And with this setup we can measure it. You install the frame into this test bench, get everything set up, get your gauge here and measure it, and then we put on this lever these fixed these 3 wides, and we measure all the time the deflection of the frame. And if you want, you can put the lever down, and you see this one. Yeah. You can put it down and you see the deflection here.
And you can actually put this.
Yeah, we put the wides on
These are really heavy.
Yeah, it's like around 8 kilos, and then you see how the rear end really start to flex, and we have a few millimeters where we can say it works with the belt system, and if it's go over, the frame fails, and you have to use a snubber and some other solutions, and we go back to the manufacturer and help them to make the product better for us and also for them, for sure.
To make the frame stiff enough.
Stiff enough, and help them also because with the chain you don't have these problems.
No.
But with the belt you need a stiff frame, and to make it bulletproof and how the customer wanted, like a solid solution, we have to test it and make sure everything works.
It's very impressive that you look at almost literally every detail of the bike to make sure that
everything
it's
works.
a perfect marriage, right? Of the belt and the frame. That is very, very cool. So Frank, it's nice to catch you in between meetings.
Yeah.
Thank you for sitting down with us.
No worries. Yeah.
We already got a little introduction on your story, but just to repeat, Kalle Nicolai, when he first started the bike brand and facilitated the partnership between Gates from the US and then himself and his company between in Europe, you came in as the first employee, is that right?
Not really the first employee, but I was the first one who traveled around and visited all the OEMs and told them about or offered them the belt drive.
Yeah.
So in the end, it was a sales rep, the first sales rep.
Right.
And then with this, the business started, we can say, and we start sales all over Europe.
What was your pitch for the belt? What did you say to the OEMs when you pitched
because the pitch
concept?
is also the pitch of the belt.
Yeah.
11 millimeter. It's good. No, it was like in the end I told them the truth and was always like I told them what I felt when I tested the belt drive, and was from the beginning on was really impressed.
Yeah.
And even before I started to work for Gates, I had some experience in 2008. Did a photo and video shooting with the belt drive, and it was the first experience I made, and was even this time was really impressed about how silent it is, how strong it is. And then really important thing was to offer them to have a test ride. You know, we always did belt integration, so we offered free of charge belt integration for existing bike, so that they just get some experience, and gave them the freedom to decide to re-spec a bike or to change from chain to belt.
Do you think that belts are the future for bicycles?
Yeah, definitely. So it will be future, not for every bike, and not so it will never happen that every bike will have a belt drive. So this is would be nice, but or maybe it would be too much. The growth would be too big, but for the most kind of bikes, especially for e-bikes, for all the e-mobility vehicles which are developing now, will get into the market. It's a really good solution, and it's, even if it's a LEV, it's quiet, it's silent, it's maintenance free, and these are the advantages. And so see still a growth, or we experience still a growth, and it's not the end. We didn't reach the end until now.
I'm really excited to see where it'll go. It seems like you're on track for something good.
Right. And I mean, we also always working on try to improve the product. Even if it's already good, we are looking for new ways to reduce pocket belts, and luckily Gates is not sleeping. They are always looking or try to find a way to improve the product. And there's indeed a lot of knowledge in the products.
Right.
It's really interesting to see.
I agree. Well, thank you so much for your time. Now we can do the next meeting.
Okay.
Single speed.
Oh wow, this is huge.
We can park the bikes here.
Yeah, nice. Hey, another cargo bike. Sweet. Nice. Okay, let's take a look.
Let's go inside.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
going bigger and bigger.
Yeah, welcome to phase number 3, the new warehouse.
Wow, it's huge. So this is actually kind of a visual representation of how much demand there is for belts and other bike components here in Europe.
Of course, yeah.
And this is not the final stage, no?
This is still ready since a few months. We have the same size right next to it.
Wow.
And we hope to keep up with this space for the request of the future for belted bikes.
Yeah, incredible. So you've taken all this time today to show us the story behind the company, from the garage to this massive warehouse over here. But I want to bring it back to the belt a little bit, because as you know, we have been using it for a while, but actually we get the question quite often, what is in the belt and why is it so strong? Why should people trust it over a chain?
Yes. Yeah, the big difference to a normal chain, or the main feature of the belt, is the carbon fibers inside. We have around 10 carbon fibers inside, with a polyurethane surrounding. We have a special teeth design, specially optimized for bicycle use. And of course, one of the main features is the center track, to keep the belt on the sprocket.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the carbon fiber cords and the surrounding of the carbon fiber is, let's say, the heart of the belts.
Yeah,
and
what keeps it together, no?
Yes, it keeps it together and makes it that strong and durable over the years, within every use. Yeah, you see, this is the package where we ship all the belts to not bend it or to keep it safe for sending them out. But when you use it like you are doing for bikepacking, this size is not practical.
No.
You can just easily fold it and make it small. I refold it again, of course. You can try it.
Yeah, I love this. It's like a game.
Easy. Yeah, and then you pack it. You can pack it in every.
It fits in any frame bag, and then you can just
easily unfold it.
Wow.
And then it's back
Amazing.
For use.
Well, I'm gonna be seeing how long our belts will last on the bike. Hopefully, will be an example of a 30,000 kilometer.
Of course, I hope so too.
Range. Let's see.
Yeah.
But I want to say thanks for your time today. It's been wonderful seeing the progress of the company, getting to know you and some of the others, and seeing the belt in action. Let's see where it goes. No?
Yeah. Thank you for being here, and you're always welcome.
Great. Thank you so much. So there you have it. That is our visit and interview session with the people of UT, Universal Transmissions, here in Germany. What do you think, B, being behind the camera for a change?
I mean, I prefer to model, but I think I'm okay doing both now.
Yeah. This is not our usual style of video, so it's been a refreshing, new, exciting experience to have these snappy little microphones and hook them up to people's shirts and try to come up with interesting questions. But we hope you enjoyed this video. This is just the first in a line of factory visits here in Germany of our partners. Quite a few exciting ones coming up. So if you want to follow along, you can just subscribe to this channel. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, you can give it a little thumbs up. For now, the next stop,
Bielefeld.
the place that, according to Germans, doesn't exist.
I hope we find it.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.